new teams that we're going to see throughout the day. We have some of the ones you're used to seeing, but literally in our first match today, we have AJ Koller, who has been playing with Callie Smith all year, is now paired up with Andrea Koop. And then we have the international team. We got Steve Deakin from British Columbia, Canada, and Sarah Burr from Australia. And let me give you a little background. Sarah Burr, the family is on a mission to come from Australia and promote pickleball. They have a GoFundMe out there to help get their family of 4 from place to place, and they're really trying to grow the game in Australia. So
which is great, and I alluded to this yesterday on the broadcast. I think fast forward 12 months to this tournament next year, you know, I'm not sure what the breakdown is between American players and international players, but there's going to be a lot more international players in this tournament and all tournaments as this game continues to grow and evolve.
So what are you seeing from your pro tennis brethren? Noah Rubin, yourself are out there. Are they keeping a closer eye now as there's more money and more prestige with pickleball? Yeah,
we've definitely been talking about pickleball for the last 2-3 years in the locker room. It's fun to watch. We'll watch the highlights. We've always known Ben Johns, Tyson McGuffin, Riley Newman, Annalie Waters, these top names in the sport. But there's more names getting into that now. There's more tournaments. There's more coverage of it. So amongst the tennis players, pickleball is becoming even more of a topic of discussion.
Love it. 0-0-2. All right, there's a good look at Sarah Burr. Let's play pickleball.
Side out.
Sarah Burr is feeling it, comes flying across, and the poach just misses there.
That's one of those plays you miss it, but it's the right move and a good play.
0-0-1.
There's Andrea Koop, the UCLA star from tennis, serving.
Point.
And Koller with that very compact. He's a hockey player. He's not scared of anything. He'll be bringing it all day at the kitchen.
Point.
I actually remember playing tennis, not with Andrea, but I used to practice at UCLA a lot, for probably 6, 7, 8 years, and seeing her there practicing with the team, and it's cool to see her and a lot of others like her making the transition over to pickleball.
Second serve.
Yeah, and has, the tennis player two-handed backhand you're going to see from Andrea Koop that is lethal. And there's AJ Koller in his third shot lobs. He's not wasting any time.
Point.
Good shot.
Cooper with the tag there.
Yeah, the early tag, little statement. It probably always feels good for the girl when you get a tag on the male player.
Side out.
You saw the big rip of the two-hander from Koop, but Deakin's ready. Deakin was one of the top players and is one of the top players coming back from injury, had wrist surgery, so working his way back, but see some people with the maple leaf flag in the audience cheering for him.
And I hear next year they've got the first PPA event in Canada, I believe.
Definitely working towards that, absolutely.
Second serve.
When you have a lefty female, it's an interesting dynamic with what strokes are being hit cross court from the ladies.
And unlike tennis, you're yet to see a lefty really on the men's side or the women's side start to dominate the sport like you see with Rafael Nadal or some others on the tennis tour.
Deakin comes flying in, but AJ Koller puts it behind him, and I think the lefty, the two forehands in the middle, I think is going to be the thing once the partners can get that squared away.
Absolutely.
A little love off the net for the Aussie. She'll take it all day long.
And you see a lot, I feel like compared to tennis, you get a lot more let courts in pickleball.
Absolutely true. hands by Deakin. Tremendous defense to keep them in, but ultimately too much from Koop and Koller.
Yeah, that's we're not going to see it there, but one of the early reactions from Deakin was just about as good of a reaction as you can have in this game.
Point.
Rare dink miss from Deakin, who's so solid and steady. This is a very dangerous 8 seed. Andrea Koop is a tremendous talent playing with Koller.
Now for me, I'm someone relatively new to the game still. Are the seeds purely based on combined rankings together?
Yeah, so it's points and then based on where you're at with that. So you got to earn your keep here.
Yes.
And earn your Koop here with another winner. So Koller and Koop looking very good, and we've got a timeout called. So Sam, you're going for it. You've put it out there. Tell the world what you're working on and where we can see you play next year.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make my pickleball debut next year, 2023. I've been playing pickleball on and off for 5-6 years, so I'm not totally new to playing the game. I've been playing it for a while, but I'm gonna play all 6 events in the MLP next year, and then I'm gonna sprinkle 4 or 5 other events throughout the year at the U.S. Open, the Nationals in Indian Wells, and give it a shot, see what happens. I'm excited to play. I've loved the game for a while. I'm going to play singles, doubles, mixed doubles, and hopefully can keep practicing and claw my way up the rankings a little bit.
Well, I know the pickleball world is excited, and I mentioned we're at Tennis Channel Studios. I don't like when the two sports are at odds at all. I think there's a happy marriage of the two, and you coming over is great, and it shows that symbiotic relationship I think the sports can have.
Definitely, and I think the tennis community is starting to embrace pickleball more and more every day. Even myself, if you went back 6 months ago, someone asked me, what are you going to do next year? And I knew I was going to play pickleball. I would whisper and say, I'm going to play pickleball. but now you can kind of say with your chest out, I'm going to play pickleball, and it's exciting, it's fun. Everyone's playing it. It's a great sport, and hopefully we'll get some more airtime, more great athletes playing it, and the game just continues to rise.
Well, Sam has put it out there, folks. So first MLP event draft coming up in December. We'll see what Mr. Querrey's got for the pickleball folks. AJ with another lob, just misses that. So timeout called, good. Timeout by Deakin and Burr. Get a stop, and they need to get something going.
It always feels good when you call the timeout and win that point after the timeout.
Second serve.
And it's been just Koop and Koller just dominating the kitchen line in this match.
1-7-2. Point.
A little too much angle there, Mr. Koller.
He kind of went with a half Ernie there.
He went for the earn and didn't work out. Just on the line. What a firefight. Best point of the match goes to the international duo of Burr and Deakin.
Yeah, Andrea did a great job early in that point, absorbing pace from Deakin and kind of resetting and getting back into the firefight, like you said, but ultimately too much for Deakin and Burr.
That's a wicked angle from Koller there. So they get a couple within 4.
7-3-1.
AJ Koller, now based in Texas, serves. Oh no, and
Point.
Steve Deakin's got a target on that part of
He
his
just
body.
leaned into that one. He didn't even put the paddle up.
No, he just bodied that like we'll see the World Cup soccer players do.
3-1.
Oh, a little spin
Second serve.
that's well deep.
You can do that. When you're up 8-3, you can go for a little more on the serve.
8-3-2. Point.
Deakin was way ahead in the point after he got it behind Koller and then didn't take advantage.
Exactly. He had a there's the point before where he gets popped, a little smile.
Side out.
Deakin's making the senior
3,
pros
9,
nervous. That's
1.
48 years old playing, so he's just a little bit away from being eligible, although
Point.
he will play young pro pickleball as long as he possibly can, for sure.
Absolutely. At the level he's playing, he's got
4,
10 more
9,
years in
1.
pro pickleball.
This guy's sick talent, just coming back from that injury. There's a nice move that we saw in the very first point, and that one pays off. And the movement obviously doubles tennis huge as well.
Exactly. You see in tennis, the best teams are always moving and crossing as
9,
much as
1.
possible, and even if it doesn't work, it pays off down the line. And pickleball's similar. You know, even if Burr had missed that like she did on the first point, it's the right move, and it'll pay
Second
off down the line.
serve.
Yeah, you'll get a freebie, you'll get a miss just from threat.
Exactly.
Okay, Sarah Burr
5-9-2.
serving at 5-9.
Side
Hate to
out.
follow up that beautiful shot with a missed third that's well deep. So 2 points
9,
away from
5,
game
1.
one is AJ Koller and Andrea Koop. And
Point.
the other challenge on this is when you're trying to unwind the stack, Deakin's got to come flying over and cover the other side.
Right. It's I know
10,
the court's
5,
small, but
1.
relative to the court, it's a lot of court to cover.
Point.
And that
end
goes
game,
deep. So
11-5.
game one,
Players
well
have
in
2
command
minutes.
throughout are Andrea Koop and AJ Koller. We'll see if the international Aussie-Canadian combo can forge a comeback in game number 2, but it's all the 8 seed so far here at the Takeya Classic. All right, welcome back, everybody. Koop and Koller look fantastic in game number 1. Dave Fleming with Sam Querrey. And Sam, you played a bunch of 3- and 5-set matches. When you drop that first game here in pickleball, what's on your mind if you're Burr and Deakin?
You know, you got to come out ready to go game 2. You got to do your best to jump out to a little lead and kind of get some of that momentum back.
And that's a
Side
great
out.
start there from Sarah Burr. Solid volley, the lefty.
She's a little unassuming the way she
Yes.
hits that. It's like, hey, I'm kind of
0,
lulling you
0,
into
1.
hitting it to me, and then pop.
Nice attack
Point.
from Deakin. And just as Mr. Querrey said, get that good start and the
1,
confidence
0,
going.
1.
And first 2 rallies certainly went that way. There's
Second
AJ
serve.
Koller at his finest. No movement in the hands, and then the little crab walk finish along the kitchen line.
It's funny, in mixed
1,
doubles
0,
in
2.
pickleball, the man just takes over the entire court sometimes, more so than tennis.
You mean like that?
Right there, just get
Side
out of my
out.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the women are starting to fire at the men, though, too, which
0,
is fun
1,
to watch.
1.
So it can go both ways, but you definitely want that.
We saw
dominated
Andrea
presence.
tag Deakin in game 1 there.
Man, Koller got what he wanted because
Second
Koop's
serve.
penetrating dinks pushed Burr way off the court. This ball right here.
And I think Deakin was trying to hit it. He
Yeah.
just got lucky to miss it.
Sometimes a swing and a miss is even better.
Side out.
And that aggressive play from Koller does not work out. So ball back, no damage done. Good look at the British Columbia native Steve Deakin. Unlucky off the tape there.
Second serve.
Did everything right there.
1-0-2. Side out.
Deakin uses a very slow approach to the kitchen there. Unfortunately, that didn't make it, but he's always under control. And the dreaded HTP instead of the ATP as Deakin's got it, but hits that little knob on the edge.
Inches away from being perfect.
Point.
It's a good job from Koop using momentum coming forward there and really getting a lot of power behind that shot.
2-1-1.
Oh, the third shot lob is coming out repeatedly from Koller. It is always a little bit of a circus when he's out here, and I love it.
I love watching it. It's so much wrist. It's last minute wristed up in the air.
Good firefight, but again, Koop and Koller just a little better on those exchanges.
It's such a satisfying sound. Boom, boom,
yes,
boom, boom.
That's why people love it.
Point.
Another unlucky. That did just kiss the net and push that deep, because that was going to be a problem for Koop.
Point.
Great third there from Koller.
Yeah, not only are you having to sprint across the court, but now you have a ball in your freaking ankles.
5-1-2. Side out.
Goes for the tricky little serve there, too.
Yeah, and he tried to back it up with almost another angle and unfortunately hit it in the net.
So it's time to go for Burr and Deakin. Got the first point, but have dropped 5 in a row.
1-5-1.
Oh, little indecision in the middle.
And as we see more new teams playing with some of the top names out, we'll see kind of shots like that where the communication's not quite there yet. But that was a great spot from Koller to find the middle.
Second serve.
I like that she's still going. You know, that drive was there.
Everything about what we just saw was correct.
Just need the execution to finish it off, and then can't let that carry over to the next one and miss the serve. There are no second serves here, unlike you. You don't get to just kick one in and get going here.
Point.
Heavy wrist flick from Koller.
There's such a fine line on these dinks. If you dink it 6 inches too far, you know, you can see the good players like Koller there just step up and use the wrist and really take advantage of it.
Second serve.
Too many ideas as that slow floater return. His computer inside that brain just exploded.
6-2-2.
Couple good reactions from Koop, but ultimately a little too much from Deakin.
Yeah, so this is one of the big differences from tennis to pickleball. The ball comes back. Like tennis, you hit a winner. Here, it's you got to hit 4 winners.
Right, exactly.
Second serve.
So 2-6, game 2 just getting started here at the Takeya Showcase. Mixed doubles all day long. Oh, and the Koller cash little dropper that was not really where he wanted it.
But moving in like that, having your momentum carry you forward, and then having to use soft hands at the same time is a very difficult shot.
Oh man, the net cords. Deakin's going to lose his mind. He's like, what's the exchange rate on net cords here from Canada?
Exactly, and for Deakin and Burr to win this, they're probably going to need the majority of the net cords to go their way, and right now it's the opposite.
Point.
Burr tries the step back third, and Koller's just sitting on it. 3 points from moving on.
8-2-1.
Just
Second
wide.
serve.
I love the wrist action that Koller gets with all these shots. He does such a good job of holding it to the last minute. You're not knowing what shot he's going to hit.
Steve Deakin's like, finally, something sat up for room service for us.
Right, at 11-5, 8-2.
Yeah.
2-8-1.
And that's the thing.
Second serve.
Your overheads in tennis, you're going to bounce that into the 20th row, but here you got to find angles, Sam.
It's so tough, yeah. And like you said earlier, it might take 2, 3, 4 overheads before you can get one by the team or the individual player based on what you're playing.
2-8-2.
Wow. That's defense everywhere. And Andrea Koop puts on a show, everybody.
We'll be lucky if we see a point better than that one today. We had a little bit of everything there.
And there's the beautiful ATP finish.
8-2-1. Point.
Probably going to hit that Best Day Brewing part of the electronic scoreboard there, but once you're engaged, it's hard to get out of there.
Exactly, you're so close, it's hard to get out of the way.
Second serve.
Another little indecision for Koller and Koop on who's taking that ball in the middle. But things are rosy other than a couple of those.
Side out.
Try to keep Deakin honest going down the line, but highest part of the net. It's 34 in the middle, 36 on the outside.
2-9-1.
Sarah Burr trying to get her squad going here.
Second serve.
And if you're Sarah Burr, you're like, that's so frustrating. I clobbered it at Koller, and he didn't even move and got it back.
I know. It's for Burr, she's going to have to come up with a new game plan because, like, if you're doing everything right and that's coming back, it's obviously not working. But it's just sometimes shots are a little too good.
So good fight from Burr and Deakin there.
And Koller probably could have put one away earlier in the point. He seemed like he was having a little fun, wanting to get the other team running, but ultimately it backfires.
3-9-2.
Floor is lava. Oh.
Another great exchange.
Deakin just catches that dreaded tape. He's like, come on, man.
Second serve.
There's the tennis volley. You don't see it a lot, but when you're coming in, you got room to do it.
Yeah, and some of the higher ones you can do it, but anything low, you got to move that grip over and really pop it and get a little topspin almost on it at the highest level.
Side out.
So another good hold from Burr and Deakin. Runs happen in this sport, Sam.
Like I was here yesterday, I saw multiple runs of 6, 7, 8, 9 points in a row. So Burr and Deakin are not out of this yet.
Wow. Another good move by Sarah Burr. I think as she's watched this back, it's where she's putting the ball when she moves. She's got to change her angle, so that's effective.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because she's done that move now 4 or 5 times, and it's really only worked once. And it's because she's hitting the ball just right at the opponent. She's got to find a different angle or maybe find the feet a little bit more.
4-9-2. Side out.
Little in between there for Burr. So Koller and Koop have been at 9 for a little bit here, but still comfortable.
9-4-1. Second serve. Nine, 4-2. Point.
Another ball kisses off the tape. And we are at match point.
10-4-2.
Good finish by Deakin.
Four, 10-1.
That's the no-go zone on Koop.
Yeah, and because she's got the 2 hands, she can almost use her whole body here to get momentum with it, as you see that there.
4-10-2. Side out.
Good, very casual leave from Koller there. Left the paddle up there to the last second.
He's a casual player. You see when he's at the net, he almost just locks his feet in place and trusts his hands and racket work.
And there he goes, right on cue. Not a lot of movement, but beautiful, solid finish. And this is a very dangerous 8th seed. Koop and Koller look really good. They take out the United Nations team from Canada and Australia. So Burr and Deakin will try to do some damage in the backdraw. But Koop and Koller getting some refreshments, but they are going to be a handful all day long here at the Takeya Showcase.